tell us a little bit about your son, Andrew.
Well, Andrew was obviously the local lad that played football in local boys in the league football for Iron Boys and Andrew's Boys. Involved in boys football, but also myself being involved in various areas of football in Hull. It was a ball by Fall Road Rangers way back many years ago, just a little bit photograph of. Been around lots of places, both with myself, and obviously grew up meeting lots of different people at varying age groups. He obviously loved his sport. He never came alive on a weekend. Both football, cricket, tennis, all sorts of sports. But he had a real passion as time went by towards the coaching side of things. From the age of around and about 25, he decided to look at coaching more in depth. And he decided to take his coaching badges, whereby we set up under-8s football team for Village Scaler. The boys are still playing now. He's under 19s now under the North Ferriby Academy umbrella. So there's been a massive progression, which has always been his intention, to try and help children progress to the best of their ability, to try and play at the best level.
What made Andy so special as a coach? Why was he so good at it?
The kids loved him. I think in one of the reports he said he had an impish way of putting things with kids, so he joined in the fun, and so he obviously related very, very well with young children, and I got some fantastic feedback and personal letters and notifications, unfortunately after his passing, from parents who said that it was done for their particular children in bringing them out and making them confident, passionate, engaging in all sorts of different activities. When certain lads, I remember now, they came in as absolute, they were children that were frightened to death. So it's sort of a massive opportunity to develop personal skills as well. So he basically managed to engage both the children but parents as well.
Obviously, Andrew was the winner of the county community award. What was the reason for your nomination?
Well, again, in that moment, just after Andrew passed away, and I was obviously aware of them being publicised and maybe on the website, County FA website, and I thought and looked back on things and thought, you know what, he really deserved some recognition, because he's done lots and lots of different things in lots of different areas. He's coached in local boys football, where he's got, as I said, he's got these lads now playing at under 18 level in academy football. He had a big part to play with Josh Tarman, local lads, Hull City squad from the age of 16. He also coached representative teams for the Hull Boys Sunday League. He went to America and spent 4 years in America enjoying his life, which I won't say illegally, but he went there on a holiday with a friend for 2 weeks and then ended up outstaying his welcome, and I don't know how he managed to stay there, but he did. And he spent 4 years there. When he eventually did come back, the recognition that he received from people, letters and things of that nature, it was very, very humbling. So he went to America. Then when he came back to England, obviously Gareth Roberts, who had been obviously quite heavily involved in local school sports, engaged in working for one of the organisations along with schools, and he was still working in the schools to him passing away. Again, there's lots and lots of people being very, very appreciative of all the efforts that Andrew's put in, from parents, children, teachers. It was even working on various different sports, bikeability, multi-sports and things of that nature. But he really had a passion to see children progress and develop.
So that overstayed you call it in America. Was that part of his character? Was that what he was like? Tell us what he was like as a person.
In cricketing terms, because he was a very good cricketer, he played for Gary Cricket Club. I said at home he always played life with a straight bat. Obviously my daughter, his sister, a bit more volatile than Andrew, but it was always about keeping his sister in check and doing things the right way. But amazingly, we found out that the life that Andrew led was a totally different life, and the way that he lived his life. The children that he coached saw him as a professional coach, but obviously he was really known as the king of the banter in various dressing rooms and in various different sports. So he enjoyed life to the full all round.
Yeah, and he was very popular, wasn't he? After 700 people.
Yeah.
At his funeral, which is remarkable, really.
It was absolutely unexpected from our point of view, but it's nice to think that people did warn us of his popularity. To the point now where there has been quite a lot of energy and discussion about potentially looking at maybe setting up a charity.
Yep.
Maybe in his name. We've had some thoughts about maybe looking to help and some form of funding for maybe children in sport that are maybe put down in the prime, or if they can't enjoy some of the financial needs if they've got financial needs, maybe ways and means of helping to support that. So at the moment, just looking at potential to set some form of a charity.
So what obviously the county nomination then went to a regional nomination and now nationally. What does that mean to you and your family and Andy's friends? I know he's got a lot of football friends.
Well, it's absolutely, as far as we were concerned, the initial nomination was nice to win the local award, but now it's fantastic. We're so proud. And I do genuinely think that the amount of work that he's put in and the areas that he's put the work in, then, looking around and people that we see that are around him coaching. I mean, the other good news was that just prior to Andrew passing away, Hull City asked him to work for them. He was working at the development centre of Hull City, so there's lads now within the academy setup at Hull City that Andrew has had some play both locally prior to going into the academy and in the academy, hopefully bringing some stars of the culture for the town. So from our point of view, I do believe it's really, really humbling to be in a national situation, but very, very proud moment and a massively sort of positively outcome, if you could say that there was a positive outcome from such a sad circumstances.
Towards the end of Andy's life, obviously he'd gone to work as a coach at the development centre at Hull City. What kind of plans and aspirations did he have for that role, and why was that important to him? Well,
he felt it was hugely important, and he really enjoyed from seeing a 5-year-old looking in a local sports centre. He's now being recruited into the academy, and there's quite a number of lads down in the academy now that Andrew's had a say in their coaching locally in the grassroots area. But he really feels that there's opportunities for local lads, and he really wanted to maximise all his work in trying to make sure that local lads were given that opportunity. And the good news is obviously that Hull City engaged Andrew, and I'm sure he was sharing the club's ambitions to get local lads playing professional football like Josh Tam.
Yeah. So we've already discussed, what potentially charity might look like in Andrew's memory. For you and your family and Andrew's friends, what do you want that legacy to look like? How do you want people to remember him? Will it be through continuation of the work that he did, that sort of stuff?
I think it'd be a fantastic accolade if he could win a national award. And obviously I would appeal to everybody in the East Riding, Lincolnshire, even worked in Lincolnshire, in schools in Lincolnshire, up in the Scarborough area, everybody, wherever we can, to vote wherever possible, because he is up against other nominees. I understand there's 6 nominees from down south, and there'll obviously be some quite large populations there. So I'll just ask everybody to try and get behind the vote. There'll be nothing better than winning a national award and that will be a lovely start maybe towards hopefully setting up a charitable organisation we're looking to do in the future.
Yeah. And what can people do when they've watched this video? Obviously we'll share the links for people to be able to vote easily with this story, but what would you appeal to Sports Mail Online fans to do when they've heard your story?
Please vote, and if there is any potential problem where they feel that they're not quite sure what to do, I do know through yourselves putting together a guide maybe to help them in any different walk of life that they come from, or the County FA through Tom Lee, who's been very, very supportive in trying to make sure that everybody's given the opportunity to vote.